Ladies and gentlemen, Bray Wyatt has arrived, and he's facing Roman Reigns.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup because I'm definitely conflicted. Like, I think these guys can put on a good match. I'm still a bit like, okay, whatever, WWE, because you already had Roman Reigns beat Bray Wyatt clean when he wasn't even at 100%. But I'm just looking for these guys to do something good, and I still shudder at the prospect, though, of them having a year-long program.
Wait, John, are you ready for this?
Yeah,
Run.
nice.
Not bad, right?
Not bad at all.
Yeah. You tell you what, dude. What I love about this is that these guys are already in second gear. They're not waiting.
I do agree, because this isn't a matchup that's meant to be scientific. You know, you're not
Well,
going
and
to
on
get any
top
of
of that,
that.
this isn't a matchup that a lot of people really had expectations for. A lot of people were kind of looking at this matchup and being like, yeah, Roman Reigns, whatever. Bray Wyatt's not bad, but I don't think this will be anything special. And already they're setting the pace.
Exactly. I love that, dude. I love that. I think these guys are going to pull out all the stops. But here's the crazy thing to me, Ashton, and I never want to speak for you, so I don't know if you necessarily agree with my mindset. But I find it funny that if this program does go like a whole year, like let's just entertain that notion for a second. We go from people probably thinking, "Oh, Roman Reigns is getting to the championship too quickly," and I'll be thinking personally, if this goes a whole year, well, now they're getting him to the championship too slowly. Like a whole year program of this, but we'll see what they can do because I think if it is going to happen, this matchup is going to set the tone. You know,
Yeah.
so this is a big matchup with farther reaching implications than people may realize. Because if these guys are meant to dance with each other for a while, well, then you better make sure that you can really find good stuff to milk out of it because and I'm thinking I will be entertained by this, but it's got to be some real animosity and some real creativity to keep the gas going that long.
Can I please say, I absolutely love that Roman Reigns is just a freaking tank. Like, he isn't necessarily going to win every single match, but it is so hard to put him down and then to keep him down. I love it.
I love it too, dude. I think that's what made Roman Reigns such a badass in the Shield.
I think
And
it's what actually the one thing the WWE was doing right when they were building to Sheamus to his world title when he won the Royal Rumble. I think that was 2012
right.
because he was one of the very very few guys, if not the only guy on the roster that would regularly kick out at one after bigger moves, not finishers, but after like signature moves.
Well, dude, I think it was the booking of Sheamus that actually, around that time, that really made me enjoy his little program with Big Show over the world title. Because, you had this baby face that was just on such a tear. And then it actually made the whole Big Show mantra of, oh, I'm a giant who's going to stand up to me. Like, it actually made it work. Because, oh, here's this behemoth now. Now he's going to impose his will on Sheamus. So when you book baby faces like that, especially when you book Roman Reigns like that, it makes a guy like Bray Wyatt, I think, have that credibility because he's oh no, he's not like everybody else, and he's actually getting to Roman Reigns. So it definitely has its benefits.
Yeah, I mean it's just like an idea that he's like just really tough because he just kicks out early and Bray Wyatt hits him with a move and then he wants to set up some kind of a taunt and Roman Reigns just rolls out of his way before he even just gets a chance to do it. I just like that they are not necessarily booking Reigns to be unstoppable, but they're making him look extremely tough.
Right.
I love that. That's the right way to get a babyface over, I think.
Yeah. No arguments here, bro. No arguments here. What a boot to the head there
I feel
by
like it's
Bray
kind of
Wyatt.
ironic with Roman Reigns because 2014 everyone would have loved it if he would have thrown Batista over the top rope. 2015 people hated that he won the Royal Rumble. I would not be surprised in the least bit if people were yamming or just begging for a Roman Reigns Royal Rumble win by 2016.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, especially given what he does between now and then, I could see people, and it's going to be infuriating a little bit. I'm not going to lie, but I can picture certain cluster of people saying, "Oh, that they're taking too long now to get Roman Reigns to the main event level. Now, when they do it, nobody will care." When I bet you those same people will be like, "No, no, stop! He's getting there too fast." Like, well, what is it? Because
Well,
that's the
I think
worst
that
thing you
that
could do
really,
with
I mean,
Reigns.
you can point to the people being sort of wishy-washy or waffling too much about Roman Reigns, but at the end of the day, I think it really just comes down to how well he's booked. He was booked absolutely horribly going into this year's WrestleMania, so it made sense that people would want to not see him win the title. But if they keep booking him the way that they've been booking him really since WrestleMania, I think he'll be just fine, and I think people are going to start to kind of get back on his side, and he'll start to win more and more people over.
I think when you look at the Shield as individuals, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and what he's doing with the world title, and Dean
Oh, and that's
Ambrose.
another thing. There's a lot of rumors floating around that the Shield's going to reunite either tonight or on the road to or at SummerSlam.
And I guarantee you that would probably get a huge freaking pop. And what a Samoan drop by Reigns. Good guy. He really has been in one gear all matchup. Bray Wyatt has not been able to get out of the gate.
And that one gear is second, I would say, because I feel like we always talk about how, oh man, they're in fifth gear when they really pick it up and start flying around the ring like crazy. First gear is kind of like the entire Randy Orton Sheamus match. This is second gear. This is right just a notch up where they're picking it up a little bit, but they're still not quite in that next. Oh wow, Roman Reigns. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Roman Reigns hits steel steps way better than John Cena, way more convincingly.
Well, it doesn't make it look like he's in a competition with them. It's
Yeah.
like, sell my shoulder block. Everybody else does.
Yeah.
Didn't
And
we say what?
I don't remember if it was at this past pay-per-view or it might have been at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, which I still struggle to adapt to the fact that it was in May. But I feel like one of these recent pay-per-views that we've had, Cena actually knocked the steel stairs clean over. And it was like we were saying that like he won the battle for the first time. Finally.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say the same thing, dude. He was like, "Did you see it, Dad? Did you see it? I did it!
Bray Wyatt, every time he gets offense, it seems like he's taunting or posturing to the crowd or something, and you just know Reigns is going to take advantage of that somehow.
Oh, definitely. Well, he may not now, because that's steel steps. I mean, that was what Bray needed to really kill Roman Reigns' momentum.
I think the one thing that I really hate about the way Bray Wyatt's been booked is that every one of his big wins have some kind of an asterisk next to him.
Yeah.
The only one that I can think of that doesn't was last year's Royal Rumble against Daniel Bryan.
And that was so good, though. Isn't it ironic that the only one you could really think of was the match that you and I were really just gushing over, you, me, and everybody else?
Yeah.
Like, I had such high hopes for Bray, dude, when he came to the main roster, and it started out rough with that whole horrendous Inferno match with Kane. But
I'm telling you, man, I still hold true to the theory that Bray Wyatt has been working for Triple H the entire time.
But regardless,
seriously, think about it. First guy that he goes after, Kane, ends up being the Authority's big henchman. The next guy that he went after that was Daniel Bryan, who was the biggest thorn in the side of the Authority. And who did he go after when Daniel Bryan overcame him in the steel cage? The Shield, when they started turning on the Authority. He's been working for the Authority the entire time. And now he's going after Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns was threatening to win the title from Seth Rollins.
Right, and beautiful DDT there.
I love that he changes up the form of the DDT, because normally you hook the guy I guess it's like an inverted chin lock, and you drop down on your back. Bray Wyatt just says, oh, I'm going to get the inverted chin lock, but then I'm going to spin around and just slam his face into the ground.
Yeah, if you look at it again, I was even going to say it kind of looks like an inverted final cut of sorts, because he takes
that is kind of what it looks like. I like that. That's a good way of describing it, John. This is why we work. Because you come up with brilliant ideas, and then I praise you for them.
Hooray! But in all seriousness, guys, like, it really is a shame when you discuss Bray Wyatt, because he goes from a guy that was even causing intrigue from sectors that you didn't think would associate with pro wrestling, like Forbes. And he just becomes, I think, just another cog in the wheel. Like, I really wanted him to be the next dominant kind of monster, Undertaker-esque character. But as soon as the Wyatt family had a heavy hand in him beating Kane in that Inferno match, I began to have my doubts. Yeah. I went from, oh my god, I'm so excited about Bray Wyatt, to, hopefully it works.
Yeah. And then that's another thing, too, the whole thing that he had with Cena, because Cena was starting to set his sights on the Authority, and Triple H needed a distraction.
Yeah, and then the whole Cena thing. I mean, he lost to WrestleMania, which, fine, cool enough. But then he beats him in Extreme Rules after so much interference.
Yeah.
And then loses the last insane match. Like, Bray Wyatt could have been the next really dominant heel, dominant force, which is why I'm grateful for the existence of Kevin Owens.
Oh, I love that. I'm sorry, I just have to interject. I love that Bray Wyatt is taking a page out of Chris Jericho's book and saying, ask him to the ref about Roman Reigns, while he has him in a headlock.
Well, I think it's good that you communicate, whether it's talking trash or doing whatever while you're in a rest hold, because there's still that kind of, engagement in a matchup. Rather than just it falling into a complete lull, use it as an opportunity to demonstrate charisma and personality in the match.
Yeah, that's my thing too, because like Kevin Owens can make anything interesting, even like what Bray's doing right now, just a rear chin lock. Just by talking trash. And I think that more guys need to introduce that, because when you just have a guy in a rear chin lock and you're just sitting there and he's just got that face on like what Roman Reigns has on right now with his mouth wide open and his tongue sticking out, you both look stupid. So do some trash talking, let everyone know how angry you are, and, be a little more entertaining.
I think I can just sum it up in a single soundbite. I think the good performer just works their opponent. The great performer works the arena. And I feel like when you're trash talking and everything, you're engaging everything in your environment and not just your opponent in that rest hold. And that's why I really appreciate guys like Kevin Owens. They're just next level all day, every day.
I think I'm hearing "Let's Go Wyatt" chants while he's got Roman Reigns in a freaking rear chin lock.
He's kind of in the lead, folks.
Yeah, you don't really need to cheer for the guy that's winning.
You know what, though, to be fair,
Why are they booing? We're winning!
To be fair, like, specifically in football games, I probably would be that guy, because the Falcons could be, like, trouncing the Saints, like, 36-0, and I'd be like, yeah, let's go, Falcons! All the Saints fans would be looking at me like, seriously, bro?
Yeah, really.
But you have no right to look at me. You know you all suck.
Equal opportunity cheering. Oh, wow, Reigns almost got out of it, and then Bray just kicked him in the gut. And right back into it, but Reigns, no. Sidewalk slam thing.
Yeah, like a spinning suplex of sorts. I don't really know how to describe that.
I'm just going to call it a sidewalk slam thing.
That's fair enough.
Actually, you know what? I think that was just a really sloppy Blue Thunder bomb, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, that's exactly what it was.
But maybe the sloppiness almost works, because it shows that, like, Reigns, like, an act of desperation.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually getting ready to say that. It just shows how desperate he was.
Bray to his feet first.
And Bray bleeding at the mouth.
Maybe. I think he
looked like he had some red on his tongue, so either he's bleeding from the mouth or he ate a red Tootsie Pop earlier.
No, I will say, I did like that from Bray. He got booted in the face, but he still kept coming after Roman, and Roman's still taking it to him here. Wow, just alternating.
That's what I mean, man. He's just so tough. He just absorbs punishment like nobody else.
Now, did you pick Bray Wyatt to win this like I did, or did you go with Roman Reigns? All right, so we'll see.
I did pick Wyatt because I think WWE wants to continue this feud. Oh, wow. I can't believe Wyatt didn't have anything to say about that jumping clothesline.
I thought he might have caught him in that Uranagi slam that he does. But
I thought he might have even caught him in a Sister Abigail and just have Reigns kick out of the first one.
Look at Reigns here, pump handle, like, suplex.
He's copying Becky Lynch.
She's better than you, Roman.
Well,
she is.
Yeah.
Don't you even start a debate here where you know there is none.
Oh, I mean, there's more to wrestling than just technical prowess.
Yeah, but if we're scoring specifically on technical prowess, she's better than Roman.
Yeah, that's a given.
She's better than you in your whole goddamn nepotism. So
I mean, if we're just judging on that, though, she's better than literally like 98% of the roster. So, I mean, if we're just judging on that, she's better than Sasha.
Wow, what a counter!
I guess you didn't hear what I said, did you?
She's better than you said, like 98% of the roster. We're going on technical alone.
And then I continued with, if we're judging on technicalities, or exclusively on technical ability, then she's better than Sasha, too.
I'm not so sure about that, dude.
Because what makes Sasha so amazing, I mean, sure, she's technically sound, but what makes her amazing is her facial expressions, her acting ability, her body language, everything that she does in between the technical stuff is what makes her awesome.
See, but what I love about Sasha, like, I agree with everything you're saying, right? But I think what makes Sasha somewhat technically superior to Becky, even though they both tore the house down at their NXT Women's Championship bout, I just love how much Sasha works the shit out of a hold. Like, her straitjacket hold, like, how she is just relentless with it and the variations. I love that, dude. Like, just... That's my jam right
now. Just seeing the replay right now, I totally agree that was an amazing counter to Reigns' apron dropkick.
Way to have it scouted, Bray.
I mean, I think we all know that Roman Reigns can't hit a spear without first hitting a Superman punch and an apron dropkick and a Samoan drop. It's like Dolph Ziggler. He can't hit a zigzag unless he hits a famouser and a show-off DDT, and possibly a super kick, too.
Exactly. Reigns is just trying to get the cobwebs out of his head, and all the while he's thinking, if I don't get my shit in, there's no hope to win this match.
Yeah.
I'm so weak.
I'm just waiting for Bray to start dancing with him. Well, that's another thing. Why'd they take that away from Bray?
Because WWE always takes the little creative nuances that make NXT people special.
Oh, because that won't work in front of a global audience, you mark.
Oh, Vince, you're so old.
And out of touch. You forgot out of touch.
And especially old.
Oh, powerbomb!
Powerbomb!
Oh, that was an awesome setup, too. I really liked that.
Yeah,
Sit out, too, Batista style.
Yeah, I've seen people like...
Oh, that was a close kick out.
I think it was like Unforgiven 2008. It was Mark Henry versus The Undertaker. And Mark Henry was actually doing the mountain punches, like the 10 mount in the corner to Taker. And Taker hit the last right on Henry. It was a beautiful setup.
I do remember that, believe it or not.
I actually really enjoyed the vignettes leading up to that match. And Mark Henry's promo. He was like, this is getting redundant. You're all feeling sympathy for my opponents. Angry Mark Henry is just the best.
Was that when he was the Silverback?
Yeah. Oh, there's the Uranagi. Oh, no. Reigns is going to counter.
When was the last time you saw that?
It's been a while. And Reigns though with the sweep. These guys are really putting the work in. Holy crap.
Yep.
They're like going hard.
Apron drop kick.
And he got it that time.
Yes, he did. All he has left is the Superman punch, and he's unlocked his finisher.
Xbox achievement unlocked. You are ready to spear.
Yes.
Oh, but look at Bray though. Oh no.
Superman punch.
He went
for it. Uranagi. You called it, dude.
There it is. Yeah, you're not the only one who's gonna get his shit in, Roman.
I'm telling you, man, this is actually the second match. I said last night that there were one or two matches on this card that I think had potential match of the year candidate potential if they could get the time, and this was the second one after Owen Cena.
Nice. And now, Bray there with the forearms. I just hope that it doesn't taint it. Like, I know you and I are really enjoying Bray Wyatt Ryback, but then that whole turnbuckle finisher, I hope they don't go that route here.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt's finishes have been so shoddy over the course of the last year and a half.
I'd be more forgiving if they finally introduced Reigns' daughter. Like, I wouldn't necessarily be 100% fan of it, but I think that would be more in line with the story than a freaking exposed turnbuckle.
Well, and plus, that would definitely perpetuate the story, too.
Exactly. Oh, Bray caught him! Oh, but Roman's going to fight out. He's taking way too much time. There it is. Schoolboy powerbomb. No, because normally he likes to lift guys up and do that. Oh, there's the Superman punch.
Oh, man, he got it. He hit it. He actually went for the pin after the Superman punch?
Yeah,
why would he even do that? Doesn't he usually just get into a corner and start posing for the spear?
Normally, but you know what?
Do his ooh-ah thing?
That may just be selling the exhaustion he's experiencing from this match and the sense of urgency he has to get the win.
He actually cocked his fist in midair. Well, not in midair, but like he didn't set himself up. Like he didn't like get back into a corner and really frame it well. He just did it on the fly.
Well, you have to cock the fist to get the full potency of the maneuver.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed almost like he didn't cock his fist with quite as much vigor as normal, which might be why Bray Wyatt kicked out of it.
That's ridiculous. All right, lay this in the corner.
Kind of like with Hanma, how you have to hit your head just like 3 times in a row before you can hit an effective headbutt.
All right, let's out the
here we go,
scream,
spear!
but gets booted in the face.
Wow, that was a really effective counter.
Oh, but look at Reigns, though, doesn't care. No, still, though, Bray...
wow, that was a really impressive lariat, too.
Commentary usually calls when Bray does that, like, the Sixth Sense.
Just because, like, he had, like, eyes in the back of his head there?
Exactly.
That's cool. I actually kind of like that. I don't normally like stupid little things that commentary does like that, but I like that.
Yeah, it works. I can dig it.
I could dig your face!
I appreciate that.
Come on, Bray! Oh.
I'm still waiting for him to do that spider walk. And there it is.
Yeah. Wait for Reigns to turn around and see it. Oh, he's not going to. Bray's just kind of chilling.
Oh, man.
I think that means he wants Sister Abigail, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, he wants it, but Reigns isn't going to let him hit it.
Yeah, Reigns, I think, is going to counter
Wait for the counter, wait for the counter, wait for the counter, wait for the counter. There's the counter.
He's going to power
out of it. Oh, I remember when he was trying to do that a few months ago. Actually, it was last year. in like February-ish on Raw, and John Cena interfered. Like, way to steal his glory, John.
Yeah. And now the clothesline's in the corner.
That little series of matches was so awesome. Just Reigns versus Wyatt, Shield versus Wyatt family. There's everything that happened in that whole like month and a half of build-up was so good. Wow, he's got him up on his shoulders for a Samoan drop.
And he hits it anyway.
That was awesome. I'm telling you, man, there is one thing that Roman Reigns does better than anyone else in the WWE right now, and that is take a beating and keep on moving.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so impressive to me, the way that they've gotten him to effectively look like an underdog babyface and basically an unstoppable monster at the same time. It's not even Cena-esque either, because with Cena, you get this sense that no matter how beat up he gets, he's always going to win. With Reigns, he's going to win like 90% of his matches, but it seems like those 10% seem to happen in the most clutch of times, so you just don't know.
Right.
He's the opposite of Cena. Like, Cena's big match John, Roman Reigns is win everything except for the big matches.
Yeah. Oh,
and that's great, too, because that's setting up a hump for him to get over.
Oh, Bray may be looking to throw this match out here.
How ironic is it that people have been calling him the LeBron James of the WWE since he was in NXT, and LeBron James has a storied career where it took him a long time to win his first championship, and he was in the playoffs and in the championship games, but he just... People said that he choked, but he just kept on not being able to get it done in the clutch. That's what they're setting up for Roman Reigns right now. I love it.
Oh, is Roman going to use the chairs? I mean, I predicted a DQ finish, but for Owen Cena...
Oh, my. What are you doing, Roman? What are you doing, Roman? What are you doing?
Roman could be so consumed by his hate that... I don't know.
I think he's just trying to...
Whoa! Wait, what the hell?
Is that Ambrose?
That's Luke Harper.
Is it?
That was Luke Harper.
Oh, well, awesome.
Irunagi there on the hard part of the apron. Oh, man.
Bray is going to win clean. He could probably put him away right now, but he's got to go for the Sister Abigail. He didn't even kiss him on the forehead. One,
wasted motion,
two,
and there it is.
3. Wow.
Luke Harper pays dividends.
Bray wins, and Luke Harper back with Bray Wyatt. There's actually, I should have known, because there was actually a spoiler posted on Reddit that F4W Online was reporting that WWE wanted to pair those guys back together, so it only makes sense.
And now Luke Harper coming back in there. I don't know what the point of the hoodie was. Like, we know who you are just by the beard.
Yeah, the beard makes it pretty obvious. I mean, I thought it was Dean Ambrose at first just because of the body type in the hoodie, but...
Wow. There it is.
Wow. I guess Eric Rowan's just out.
Well, I mean...
Might be out of a job at this rate.
Yeah, really. And you see here the closing moments. I mean, Roman, I think, let his anger towards Bray for all those weeks finally get into him, and Luke Harper makes all the difference in the world.
How great was that spot, though, as far as not letting the refs see it without any kind of, like, ridiculous shenanigans? It was just...
Oh, well Roman, done, because, yeah.
Yeah, Roman just getting overly emotional, the ref trying to clean up his mess, and then Luke Harper picks his spot. Makes so much sense.
I gotta be honest, for as a little crazy as the finish, got with the interference and everything, it does still further the narrative, because, again, Roman Reigns was more concerned about hurting Bray Wyatt than beating him, and that was his undoing in this match.
And as much as I hate the fact that Bray Wyatt can't seem to win a match clean anymore, that was probably the least obnoxious of his dirty wins.
Great stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed that bout.
Absolutely. And it actually went for a solid, 24 minutes, dude. That was actually a really long match. So, guys, I'm going to close it out here. We will be back for the next match. What do you think, John? What's going to be next? U.S. time?
I'm hoping triple threat women's match.
I think the triple threat women's match is going to be the semi-main, because they've been hyping it up pretty much tonight.
Right.
So, I'm going to close it out here, and we'll be back for whatever happens next, guys.